Liverpool's January strategy appeared to be taking shape as the window edged closer, with a clear sense of direction around both incomings and outgoings. However, a fresh development behind the scenes has introduced an element of uncertainty that could yet force a rethink at Anfield. What initially looked like a straightforward plan is now facing complications, raising questions about how decisively the club will be able to act in the coming weeks and whether priorities may need to shift as the situation unfolds. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. But first, Ryan Gravenberch is next in line for a new long-term contract at Liverpool, with the club set to open talks over an improved deal for their 23-year-old midfielder. Gravenberch signed a 5-year contract when he joined Liverpool from Bayern Munich in 2023, meaning he still has 2.5 years left on his current deal. But the Reds are pushing to tie down their number 38 for even longer, while also rewarding his development as one of Arne Slot's most important players. The Times' Paul Joyce follows up reports from late last year in explaining that Liverpool plan to open talks with Gravenberch's representatives in the near future. Formal negotiations are yet to take place, but there is a desire for the Dutchman to commit beyond his existing terms. Liverpool are also seeking to extend the deals of both Dominik Szoboszlai and Alexis McAllister, while Curtis Jones is among those due a new contract too. There are more pressing issues when it comes to Ibrahima Konate and Andy Robertson, whose deals are set to run out on July 1st. Virgil van Dijk, Mohamed Salah, Alisson, Joe Gomez and Wataru Endo are all tied to Liverpool until 2027, but it remains to be seen if they will be offered new terms. Talks over Gravenberch's contract are expected to include a pay rise, though he is already reported to earn around £150,000 a week. Only 3 Liverpool players, Van Dijk, Szoboszlai and Konate, clocked more minutes than Gravenberch so far this season, however, which underlines his importance. He was also the 3rd most used player last season, behind only Salah and Van Dijk, while he picked up the Premier League Young Player of the Season award, along with a place in the PFA Team of the Year after establishing himself as first choice number 6. Asked about his contract situation in November, Gravenberch was coy in his response, telling reporters, "Obviously I'm happy here, we have to see. We haven't talked yet, but we will see." Gravenberch is now realizing the immense potential he showed while breaking through at Ajax, with his move to Liverpool allowing him to leave behind a difficult spell at Bayern. Now, Liverpool's January plans have been thrown into uncertainty following an unexpected transfer twist involving midfielder James McConnell, who has returned to Merseyside after his loan spell with Ajax was brought to an early end. While neither Liverpool nor Ajax have formally confirmed the termination of the deal, McConnell is now back on Merseyside after what proved to be a frustrating half-season in Amsterdam. The early recall itself comes as little surprise given his lack of minutes in recent weeks, but any hope that the 21-year-old could immediately bolster Arne Slot's midfield options has been dampened by fresh concerns over his fitness. LFC sources understand that McConnell is currently carrying an injury that is expected to rule him out of Liverpool's upcoming fixtures, including the FA Cup third-round tie against Barnsley on January 12. That development represents a significant setback for Slot, who had been eyeing the cup clash as an opportunity to rotate his squad and manage workloads during a demanding period of the season. Liverpool are already light in midfield, with Wataru Endo still sidelined and Stefan Bajcetic yet to be fully reintegrated following a lengthy hamstring injury. In that context, McConnell could have been viewed as an ideal stand-in option, particularly with Ryan Gravenberch likely to be protected. But his injury now leaves Slot with fewer alternatives than anticipated. The exact nature of McConnell's injury remains unclear. though Ajax previously cited fitness issues when he was omitted from several matchday squads. He missed meetings with Groningen, Fortuna Sittard, Karabag, Feyenoord, Excelsior, Maasluis, and NEC Nijmegen, raising questions over his physical condition well before his return to Liverpool. McConnell's spell in the Netherlands began promisingly after he was brought to the club by John Heitinga, who had worked closely with the midfielder during his time as Slot's assistant. However, his involvement diminished rapidly, and following Heitinga's departure and the arrival of Fred Grimm, McConnell fell further down the pecking order. He has not featured at any level since Heitinga's final match in charge, a 3-0 Champions League defeat to Galatasaray on November 5th. Liverpool will now prioritise getting McConnell back to full fitness before making any firm decisions on his immediate future. While another loan move later in the January window remains a possibility, it is far from guaranteed at this stage. Championship sides including West Brom, Derby, Oxford United and Swansea City have all been linked with an interest, but any move would depend on both his recovery timeline and Liverpool's evolving squad needs. Speaking at the time of his move to Ajax in August, McConnell made clear his desire to develop through regular football and contribute to a side pushing for success after narrowly missing out on the title last season. It's obviously a big step in my career coming to a club like this, to have my first proper season in terms of playing, he said. I just think it's great for all parties. The main thing is, I want to come here and try to help the team win. That's the only thing I'm really thinking about, and hopefully it's the best thing for my career as well. For now, however, Liverpool's January planning remains clouded by uncertainty, with this latest transfer twist adding yet another complication to Slot's midfield calculations. In other news, Jeremie Frimpong is looking to make more of a contribution after injuries made for a rocky start to his Liverpool career. The £40 million summer signing sustained a hamstring problem in the first game of the season, and it was an issue which returned to plague him a couple more times. As a result, he is featured in just 12 of the team's 28 matches, and his selection for Thursday's goalless draw at home to Leeds was the first time he had started back-to-back league matches, albeit in different positions. Having slotted in at right back for the win over Wolves, he was pushed into an attacking role in midweek, staying wide and using his considerable pace to drive to the byline and cause problems. In the continued absence of Mohamed Salah at the Africa Cup of Nations, it is a role he could be asked to reprise at Fulham as head coach Arne Slot has spoken a lot about how important his speed can be in unlocking defences, although to no avail against Leeds. Frimpong is just looking to make up for lost time by making a contribution. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.